The Medical Courier Connection podcast is brought to you by Key Software Systems. We believe that every delivery has a story, and it starts with you. That's why we built an ecosystem uniting accounting, delivery, tracking and shipping, reporting, and more to not only bring full delivery transparency to your customers, but to reduce errors and inefficiencies that stand in the way of over-delivering on customer expectations. We'll drive the heavy lifting that keeps your business innovative with the latest technology so that you can focus on building connections with your customers. This podcast is also brought to you by Risk Strategies. In a world full of risk, your insurance broker should understand the unique challenges you face in business and in life. We specialize in providing risk management, consulting, and insurance solutions designed to meet the specific needs of businesses and individuals. With deep knowledge spanning across more than 30 industries, we help protect what matters most with trusted advice, tailored solutions, and a proactive, consultative approach.
Hey everybody, hey everybody, hey everybody, hey everybody, Ken with Integrity, Ken with Integrity, Ken with Integrity, Ken with Integrity Medical Courier Training.
We are providing on-site training in Roseville, Minnesota.
A man's digits turn blue due to too much cannabis use. A woman in Melbourne, Australia dies after being scratched by Minty, her cat. Stole the hearse and dumped the body on the side of the road, still strapped to the gurney, and then continued on with their joyride. A dog had to be put down after it was crushed by a package thrown over a garden fence, its owners claim. So, stay compliant, my friends. Get all your medical courier training needs from us at www.integritydelivers.com. All right.
Yo, welcome back to the Medical Courier Connection podcast.
Yeah, so I'm excited. We've got a lot to share about some things that we've been up to lately and some things that are coming up. We're right kind of in the middle of our conference schedule and travel schedule, but the first half of the year is all filled with, more conference attendance, and the second half is going to be traveling for training. So 2026 is going to be busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll start off talking about the CLDA, Customized Logistics and Delivery Association. We attended as a vendor, and the last time we had been to a CLDA event was actually, I looked it up, was in 2019. In 2019, I was a guest speaker at the event in Scottsdale, Arizona. I was on a medical panel talking about medical courier work, and we had not attended since 2019. So we went and shipped our new display, and I'm sure at post-production you'll throw up some pictures of our new display. Pretty excited about that, actually. We have a 10 by 10 lighted backdrop, and we have a LCD panel, which you actually did some pretty excellent production work on the video for that. But we decided that it was time to drag our display kicking and screaming into this particular century, because the one that I had been using, you could throw it over my shoulder and drag it through the airport, which I did several times. And but it's time to step up a little bit and change. So yeah, that's some great pictures there. Oh, who's that masked man in the screen? We Biohazard Man made an appearance. Yep. That was pretty awesome. Actually, Biohazard Man was one of the more popular additions to our display this year.
Absolutely. People were loving him. We actually have a picture somewhere too with Open Force, which I don't believe was in this post. Maybe.
Yeah, they have a character there as well. But yeah.
Oh yeah, and then we gave away some meta glasses.
Yeah, that was Kevin from Open Force, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
Congratulations, Kevin. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll throw in the video too of him winning the glasses, because he's running he's running past the people. Going,
yeah,
it's pretty great.
That's funny. He really wanted to win it. It's always great when you have drawings like that and giveaways that someone gets it that really wants it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so we met with a handful of new people that we hadn't met before. Most of the people at the CLDA were former clients or current clients. This is pretty interesting. Actually, Chris, you might remember this. There was an event, a private event that we went to, but on our way to that event, after the day's events, it was a kind of private bar situation. But we ran into a guy And it turns out that this guy owned a company. I'm not going to name him, but owned a company in Michigan. And back in 2007, they
Mhm.
flew me out to Michigan to provide training and certification. And they were our first on-site client. And then the next year, I reached out to them to offer training, and they had hired someone with a medical background to carry on the tradition of training and certification. Well, when we bumped into him on our way to this event at CLDA, it was on the rooftop. It turns out that this guy took the concepts that he learned at our from me at our live training of on-site training event and turned it into a $20 million empire.
Mhm.
Now, people that take our training, am I going to guarantee that the results are going to be the same? No, we live in a country where there's equal opportunity and not guaranteed equal outcome. But it was pretty amazing. He was very thankful and appreciative. Did not offer to buy us a drink though. That was kind of weird. But
I know.
anyways,
I already had 7 old fashions by then, though. I was good.
you were 7 in, so one more wouldn't have made a difference. But you know, the reality is that throughout life, I mean, we've trained now just under 1,000 hospitals, laboratories, and courier companies literally across the planet. And, you know, the reality is 50% of the people that we train in any given year don't make it out of the first year. And the reason why is, you know, again, equal opportunity, not equal outcome. You know, how they grow their business is really up to them. How they market, how they reach out, and how persistent are they, and it's so important. Now, fast forward to this past weekend, we were honored to be asked to speak at the Courier Business Academy's event in Houston, Texas.
Mhm.
So we flew down to Houston, and you know, we didn't get to see many of the other speakers. I saw a little bit of Shanae Gamble's presentation, but the rest of them did not get to see it. And the thing is, there was supposed to be somewhere between 75 and 100 attendees at this event, and they just kept coming at the door. I mean, they
Yep.
just kept coming. Somewhere between 2 and 300 people were in that little room. I should say little, but you can throw some pictures up when you get a chance. Wasn't so
Yeah.
little. There were
It felt little once
dozens.
everyone was in there because there were people lined up wall to wall. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh
it was
yeah.
crazy.
And the energy in that room was off the charts. I mean, it was pretty crazy. And you know,
Yeah.
I looked across the sea of people, and these were people that were excited and passionate about logistics and definitely focused on creating generational wealth. And so, how you apply yourself in your own medical courier journey, I mean, it can be the difference between success or failure. And that's really, really important. Integrity Medical Courier Training and the Medical Courier Connection offer several courses for continuing education. Linda and I soon will be doing a foundations class for medical couriers in the Medical Courier Connection community. So we do some events, usually about one a month in that community to help people on their journey of being a successful medical courier. But if you're out there kind of trying to do it on your own, it's going to be tough. Some people can succeed at it. Other people, you know, being part of a community is where it's at. So join the Medical Courier Connection community for sure if you haven't already done that. And we'll be talking about more and more events coming up in that community. But the CBA, I got to speak for about 45 minutes. It's really interesting, kind of unnerving because they had a little TV screen down in front of the stage with a
Yeah.
timer that was counting down, and I had a PowerPoint display and I had things that I wanted to talk about. And staying on task and timing is everything, man. I got out of there, you know, with maybe going over like 1 or 2 minutes max. But I didn't want to overstay my welcome. But what a great event. I mean, everything that we talked about regarding sales and marketing. There you go. There's a
Mhm.
great picture of the crowd. Sales and marketing and how you apply yourself and how you present yourself as a company. I mean, it's a package deal. Our sales tips class that we do fairly often, watch for that, guys and gals, because that's going to be where we're going to cover a lot of the content that was covered at the CBA. We go a lot deeper in the sales tips class. So lots of opportunities for you guys to step up your game. But again, thank you to Dayron Myers and the whole crew over there at CBA for inviting us out. And it was a great event. And we look forward to doing more things with some of our influencers and affiliates. So really
Yeah.
excited about that. Now, looking forward. The month of March, we're going to be kind of recuperating. Several of us caught the bug. When I left CLDA, I came down with influenza A. Right now, our chief of staff is sick. Our main CSR, Justin, is sick. He's got the bug. And so it's the season. But by late April, you got to stay strong, man. Sometimes isolation, sometimes isolation is the best way, right?
Yep. I'm a master at it.
You're a master at isolation. Good. So we are going to be attending the Express Carriers Association. Looking forward, ECA. Pound for pound, dollar for dollar, the ECA in my book is the best convention you're going to find out there. If you are a courier company and you're looking to match up with shippers, what happens is you register for the event, you pay, you set up your profile, your business profile, and then people request a meeting with you. Now, for shippers and carriers, you sit at a table across from people. It's like a speed dating. Think of speed dating. You get 5 minutes to tell why you get to talk about your company and tell them why they should use you in your market. The ECA is a great event, and we're going to be going in Dallas or Arlington, Texas in late April. We're going to be setting up a booth there as well. So we're really excited about that, because in that format, you are guaranteed meetings with clients. And our last event, not last year, but the year before in Orlando, we had 44 people request a meeting with us and 31 showed up. Those are great numbers, by the way.
Oh, yeah. And there was a bug going around for that. So I think, I still think even a couple of those people were probably sick from food poisoning.
In Orlando.
More than half the people in that conference got food poisoning.
Yeah, we heard stories. That's all I'm going to say. We heard stories. And we experienced a part of it. Yeah, absolutely. So if you are a medical courier service and you want to grow your business, look into the Express Carriers Association. Look into local associations in your state. Now, there are a few. So this is footage going into ECA from
2024.
2 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, that was our booth right there on the left. We just walked past it because we didn't know yet.
We didn't know where it was.
Such a huge room. All the booths were in this area, and then I think there was more meetings for like truckers in the back there. Yeah, as you were saying.
Yeah, there's our portable display. I'm like, where are we? Where are we? But yeah, that was, out with the old, in with the new. Now we've got a system where we're going to ship in that, hey, there's Dayron right there. Yes,
we got to meet meeting Dayron in person right there, 2024.
He's an imposing force, man. He's driven. And but he's a nice guy. He's approachable, and Dayron is a force of nature, man. He's definitely got things going on. So yeah, we get to meet a lot of people. So there are different people at different conventions. But if you've got a state association like Florida Delivery and Logistics, there's talk about a new one in New Jersey. Was it, Chris? People are talking about a new association in New Jersey. We have
New York, at the Florida convention. He told us about it at FDLA.
Okay, and so New York State Messenger, we've never been to any of their meetings. There's the California Delivery Association, which actually I think they're the CLDA now, California Logistics and Delivery. We got to get out to one of their events as a vendor. Hopefully, I don't know if they've even announced an event this year or not. So we're going to the Express Carriers Association in late April. In early May, quick turnaround, we'll be flying out to Memphis, Tennessee for the COLA convention. And it's not about drinks. It's actually the Commission on Laboratory Accreditation. So we're excited about that because representing the medical courier connection, we want to get into the sphere of the accreditation association and the meetings that they have. I got a call yesterday when I was covering phones for Justin. Somebody asked, are you accredited? Is Integrity Medical Courier Training accredited? Accreditation does not apply to courier training companies. It does apply to hospitals, laboratories, blood banks, and pharmacies, because what we're providing training and education. They're providing life-saving or life-altering services so that their machines have to be calibrated. Their processes have to be in line with these accreditation facilities. So facilities can lose their accreditation if they don't line up properly. Maybe in the future, we'll offer continuing education credits. We've been approached about possibly offering that. We're still looking into that. But you know,
For the
it's
COLA
important.
event, there's some of the details.
There's the flyer. Yeah, Cola.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to set up a booth there. Now, arguably, that booth will be smaller. It's a smaller event. We're not going to bring in our entire LCD display and our 10 by 10 backdrop to that one. But we'll have some swag to give away, and we're representing the membership of the Medical Courier Connection there. Now, after ECA and after COLA, we're possibly going to be at ADLM this year. We're kind of kicking that around. We have not officially registered yet. That's going to be in where? Van Nuys? Not Van Nuys, but it's in
Anaheim.
California. Anaheim.
Yeah,
There you
the
go.
Anaheim Convention
Anaheim.
Center.
Boy, the ADLM, Associated for Diagnostics Lab Medicine, that is one of the largest clinical lab conferences in the world. I mean, we were there last year in Chicago and the year before, and it's just when you say miles and miles of displays, I mean that's probably not an exaggeration. Certainly blocks and blocks. They had fully functional laboratories set up to run lab tests. And and actually, you know, I saw a handful of courier services that were at ADLM. You know, the smart courier services are realizing that if you get in front of the right decision maker at one of these lab-based or lab-focused conferences, it's going to increase your chance of certainly just name recognition, but possibly picking up some new business. So as you're strategizing your scaling your business, attending these lab related conventions is certainly a must. So we're really excited about the future. And then, of course, after, if we do go to ADLM, then we're going to start in earnest in late summer and early fall in our on-site training visits. We usually go out to Columbus, Ohio. We usually go out to Minneapolis. New York is coming up again, as always, and we're always excited to go to New York. So lots of exciting things going on. 2026 is a busy year for us, and that's a great problem to have. So going back, we just recorded a video earlier about a young kid that was a toddler in Italy that died after receiving a heart that had been burned by dry ice. And that brings me back to just the issue of how important training and certification is. There are influencers out there that are telling people not to use dry ice with frozen specimens, just use a cool pack. There's a guy out there that's telling people that they should have a urinal with them in their cars when they're delivering possibly infectious lab specimens. There are good ideas out there. There's good information out there, and there's bad information. Everybody, I want to encourage you that Integrity Medical Courier Training, because of our clinical lab background and our understanding of right ways and wrong ways to service the lab industry, you should look nowhere else. Don't forget to go to our website, integritydelivers.com. You're going to find great training options there. Join the Medical Courier Connection and participate in continuing education to learn more about how you can set your business up to be just a step ahead of the Acme courier companies in your area. So again, we are uniquely qualified to provide the training and certification that you need. Why would you go anywhere else for your specimen handling and transport, your OSHA and your HIPAA certification? Don't get fooled with some of these AI generated programs that are out there, you guys. People are starting to use artificial intelligence to sell you courses that teach you nothing. It's funny. There's a gal out there that's selling a HIPAA training course. I don't know what HIPAA is, but their AI generated speaker calls it HIPAA throughout the course. You know, if someone's mispronouncing or misspelling some of these acronyms, chances are you don't properly understand what it's all about. And so everybody, just be discerning, be wise, be careful, get all your training and certification from integritydelivers.com. We have some courses coming up. Hopefully by mid spring, we're going to have the there's our website, guys. You know, there's only one website like it. We've had that URL for 20 years now, www.integritydelivers.com. You'll know you're there because you'll see that gentleman with the blue cap and the animated circle around him. You'll know you're at the right spot. And we've got automated training and live training. And so we're going to be adding a infectious category A transport training course. So if you're servicing Department of Health in your area, picking up from clinics, infectious disease clinics, and then delivering directly to the Department of Health in your city, there is a good chance that the specimen you're going to be transporting could be highly infectious to you. We're going to have Patricia Payne is going to be putting her course on infectious category A, which includes Ebola, by the way. She'll have that course on our website. You can purchase it there. Hopefully by mid-spring, we'll have that up. Carl Bennett, our nuclear medicine trainer, is going to be automating his nuclear medicine transport training course. If you want to get certified on transporting nuclear medicine, look no further. IntegrityDelivers.com is going to have that hopefully by the summer at the very latest, maybe even sooner. So a lot of exciting things happening, a lot of things coming up, you guys. IntegrityDelivers.com is the place you want to be, and join the Medical Courier Connection. Join that community. We have nearly 2,000 people now in that community, learning and growing and building their business together. Never stop learning, never stop growing, you guys. As you grow your business and scale your business, you're going to need new certifications. We'll stay on top of it. We'll help you get tapped in, and we'll help you grow and thrive. Where should you look? Why should you look anywhere else?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm even looking at refining the marketing course this year. So
yeah,
might
great.
try and have a new one out by like October kind of time.
If you're on social media and you or you have a courier business, why are you not on social media? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, for sure. Billions of dollars are spent on TikTok. TikTok is the place to be. So YouTube. I mean, YouTube is crazy. A lot of our videos are just really taken off on YouTube, especially the how-to videos. So yeah, check out our course on marketing, your social media marketing effort that Chris created. That's on our website. Very affordable. You got to step up your social media efforts if you want to be seen, heard, and recognized.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So I think that's about it. Did I miss anything, Chris?
No, that sounds good to me. That sounds like that's about
That's
it.
a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot, and we're thankful. Listen, we're thankful for all of our affiliates. We love you guys and gals. We're thankful for all the many followers that are following us here on YouTube. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share it with other people. Let them know that there is actually a podcast out there where you can learn more and more about the medical courier industry. We have some great experts in previous podcasts that are bringing some great information to help you, put your best foot forward in your medical courier journey. So,
yeah, we got another insurance podcast coming up this month with risk strategies.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that.
There's a lot of people on social media that are telling their followers you don't need commercial insurance, and that's more bad information. We talk about good ideas and bad ideas. Being underinsured, if you're in an accident and you harm someone, do you know who is responsible for that? You will be. If your insurance company finds out that you're doing deliveries for hire, they're going to drop you from their coverage and they're going to deny the claim, and then the victims can sue you in a civil court. They can put a lien on your property and assets. They can force you into bankruptcy. So it never ends well. Make sure that you have commercial insurance if you're going to be in this industry.
Yep, absolutely.
All right.
So, sweet. We'll see you on that one. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We have the whole playlist of podcast episodes for you to binge. If you're listening to the podcast, you can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, the Podbean app, Spotify, Amazon Music and Audible, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and Podchaser.
All right.
And shout out to our sponsors, Key Software and Risk Strategies. We love you both.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. This has been an update on goings on at Integrity Medical Courier Training and the Medical Courier Connection. We'll see you on the next podcast, everybody.
Yep. See you.
Hey, everybody. Ken with Integrity Medical Courier Training here.
And this is what's happening, right? So with such a serious subject, but he's able to inject humor. So it's in our best interest to invest not only in safety, but give some of those dividends back to the drivers.
I'm like, how do you start this medical courier stuff? And nobody had a mentorship. Nobody told me what industry events to go through.
I was thinking like I need a name for my first conference. And it just dawned on me, use the name that they keep calling me. And I was like, yeah, the Boss Maker Conference.
You're learning so many important things, and I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, that sounds a bit expensive. I think I'll just train them myself. After all, this isn't rocket science.
And we have liftoff of Antares